The tablecloth says, I'm a CEO, ask me anything. So you want to learn some stuff from a guy who's done some things? Spend some time with David out there today.
What else can I filter out in my search criteria?
Yeah, so some of my favorite things is because I'm looking for a very specific house that I can buy, fix up, and then keep as a rental property. And I'm sure you are too, being in this group. So I don't want properties that are going to be in the D neighborhoods. So in Indianapolis, I do a minimum price estimated value of $100,000. Anything lower than that, I don't want to touch. We have much lower prices than you do here in California. But the median price is like $250. So I'll say maximum price is like $250 or $300. So I've got quite a bit below the median and just a little bit above. And then I want 3-bedroom, 2-bath houses. So I filter that out. And then the next thing I do is I look at the building condition. I say, give me anything that's below average building condition. So that means that the property is actually in disrepair. They've got weeds coming out the gutter, their bushes are overgrown, they've got a mailbox that's coming full. Anything like that would be below average. And so that's really my list. Then I'll also pull the tax delinquent because that's just another reason why somebody might want to sell their house for a discount rather than list it with an agent for top dollar. I actually send mail and then they call me back. I also cold call and say, hey, would you like to receive an offer on your house? And so if they say yes, then we can have a conversation and I can go meet them and at that point. So those are the two marketing methods that I do.
When we access this, we just put the criteria in there, and then are those houses based on just what's out in the market, or specifically?
It's data on all properties that exist. So it's not just properties that are on the market. In fact, I would select the filter that says off market. So you're only looking at the off market properties.
So these can be like on Zillow, they're on Redfin, correct? There's just everything out there, but they're specifically with artificial intelligence to give you more information. Is that?
No, you don't need artificial intelligence. It's a lot of filters. So you could say, give me properties that are within this value range that are owned by somebody with an income of $50,000 or less per month with a mortgage payment of over $2,000 a month. You're like, wow, that person's like a tight squeeze. What is the interest rate of their mortgage? Give me people who have a high interest rate and they, might be paying quite a bit for their monthly mortgage payment. In addition to that, we filter out the ones who are like run-down properties. They've got a stuff-filled mailbox. They're below average physical appearance on the outside. So that's what DealMachine helps you figure out. Or who's tax delinquent, who's not paid their taxes in the past year. So it allows you to filter all these properties to find the people who are willing to sell at a discount, because there's something else going on that would make it more likely they'd be willing to sell for a discount compared to just somebody who wants to move and has a pretty house. They could just list it with an agent. So that's the purpose of DealMachine.
Tell me, I pay for Propstream right now.
Okay.
Why should I be with DealMachine?
Well, what kind of business do you do?
Wholesaling, picking up a multifamily, single-family stuff out of state.
Okay, what type of marketing do you do?
I don't do any marketing. I just do cold calling, and I'm picking up seller finance deals.
Okay, well, I would consider cold calling marketing.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Sure. So I'm guessing that you get the skip tracing from Propstream?
I do, but I don't use it much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, although I find it inconvenient.
Okay, how so?
Oh, just the step after step. And I was talking with a guy that's a subscriber, and he's like, hey, it's just right there. It's kind of automatic.
In DealMachine?
With DealMachine, it's
correct.
Kind of automatic.
Yeah. So have you seen that?
Somebody showed me last night.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Sounds like you found your answer.
Well, do you guys show what the mortgages are and what the interest rates are on the places?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What else do you need? The biggest thing is actually the phone numbers. They are right there. You don't have to wait 45 minutes to get a list of 7,000 properties skip traced. And then it's also going to be way more accurate based on the people that have come to us. And one of the very much reasons for that is because they just give you a bunch of phone numbers, but in DealMachine, you could filter it out: renter, family member, likely owner, or potential owner. So you could just export the likely owners. You don't need to be calling the renters and the family members, but with them, I mean, they're all mixed in there. You don't know who's who, so you're going to be way more efficient, effective with your cold calling with DealMachine when you're able to just export the likely owners. So here's a property, and you asked about the mortgage rate. So there it is, original mortgage, estimated payment rate, last recording date, estimated balance, etc. And then the person who owns it is, likely owner, another likely owner, and then a resident. So you don't want to call the renter. See, that was a renter. It said likely renting. Yeah, so you would just want to call the owners right here. If you were to export 7,000, it would take about 1 minute in DealMachine as well. So
Anything that I'm gonna miss if I jump over to you guys and try it versus Propstream?
and unless you miss like waiting around, having a bunch of free time while you're waiting on exports.
Yeah, right. What about, I find on these calls that I make about the mortgages.
Oh, so you're a lender?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
but I'm doing mortgage takeovers.
Okay.
Or if a free and clear property, and I find that it's often wrong. 25%, which I'm going to say is often. Too often.
Yeah.
You guys get the data from the same source? How does
Well,
that
I don't know. I don't like work at Propstream, so I don't know where they get their data. It seems like after they were sold a couple years ago, they've been cutting costs and not having as up to date or high of quality of data. It's just what I've noticed from people coming over. So it's good for us. I'm not complaining. But we've continued to like double down on that. So I would be very, very surprised if you found that the mortgage information was incorrect on a routine basis.
I want to say hi, David.
Hey,
Awesome app.
thank you.
I use it. I've got 9,900 properties tagged
9,900.
that I drove one by one.
Oh,
3 years.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So have you had any deals from it?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So yeah, I mean, congrats to you. What market are you in?
Seattle.
Oh, fantastic. So each one of those deals is going to be like a big deal because they're high-priced properties.
Yeah.
What's your strategy in Seattle? Like, what are you doing as an exit strategy?
Wholesaling right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you sell to Springboard members in the
Yep.
group?
I just sold a Springboard member.
I was going to say, I bet that's actually a really great list of buyers because I've spoken to a lot of people here that haven't dialed in their marketing yet or they feel uncomfortable making the cold calls. And so it's just like other people in the community, I could definitely see selling wholesale deals to them.
Or even properties that don't fit my buy box that you run across. Just
Yep.
pass it on to that Springboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Done anyway.
You should get it done.
I'm biased, so you can't listen to me, but I can tell you what I've noticed. But it's good to have somebody else, third party, just say what was good about it or what they appreciated more about it. You want somebody to give you a whole new campaign to try, or you want it to tweak the existing
see if you
campaign?
guys based off of I'm sure everyone's data to see what kind of campaigns have been doing a lot better than others.
Yep.
And see if you guys have something of that sort. Because I've watched the videos, but I've kind of changed my own things within my campaign. I wanted to
So
see if you guys had
we don't have like an agency that you could hire to design postcards from scratch, but we definitely have like a certain amount of best practices where I could take a look at that and tell you. So a few of those would be, one is like maximize the number of ways people can contact you. So in front of your phone number, put call or text, and then also put your email address, and then also put your website. So that way there's 4 ways right there. That'll increase your contact rate at least 5% by putting call or text. And then the second thing is make your visuals as big as possible, and instead of like a little one. The third thing is use your face with you and your dog or you and your family instead of a logo. Like that'll give you a 10% boost in contact rate. Yeah, so those are 3 things I would just recommend off the bat that could really help you out. Yeah. And then the biggest thing is to be consistent. I like how you're sending 7 different pieces of mail to each property. That's right there going to put you far and above anyone else who typically will, they'll have like an emotionally driven marketing campaign. So they say, oh, I just spent $2,000 to send out 2 rounds of postcards, but I didn't get a deal yet, so I'm going to turn it off now. But really, everybody knows you need 7 to 10 touch points to get a deal based on how long it takes somebody to respond typically. So you're doing it right by committing to 7. I think that sounds very wise.
And that's been working for me because I did it years ago when I just said spend a bit of an amount, didn't get nothing back. But now what you guys have done, have closed quite a bit of deals this year. So
Love to hear that.
just from doing those, so it's been really working.
I want to start using some of the AI features. It's called agentic AI. I want things to work in the background while I'm sleeping. What kind of interfaces do you have to that, to DealMachine? I mean, I saw the AI on the bottom there, the AI feature, which is great. But what I'm trying to think about is like, I want to get disparate pieces of information. So, maybe someone had passed away in an obituary. I want to go check in the background every day, every night, it's checking that because it can go back to the information, find out, oh, this is the person that owns it.
Yeah.
And then it wants something to notify me and say, hey, here's the new list or here's something that's coming out.
Yeah. So first of all, for just data points that are in DealMachine, those actually get updated daily, so you don't even need AI to go look for those.
But I have to look. I want something to say, hey, tell me.
So when you build a list in DealMachine, there's actually it's automatically a smart list. So if you build a list of properties that like recently sold, for example, it's going to update that automatically for you as that data comes in, and then you'll get a push notification and an email that says, hey, your smart list had so many properties added to it. So when you see that, then you want to go and send the mail and start the marketing to those properties. But in terms of adding it to the list, that already happens. It's called the smart list.
Oh, okay. So do you have an interface to tell me, besides an email, like, I don't know, a notification or something?
Yeah, there's a push notification and an email that it'll send you when a property gets added to your smart list.
Oh, okay.
So then you should go and start the mail. It doesn't do it automatically because it would surprise people if a lot of properties got added and then their credit card got charged hundreds of dollars to send mail to that automatically. So we don't do it automatically so that people don't get surprised like that, but it's just going to tell you when it happens so that you can go and then click the button and then start the mail if you're doing mail.
Right. So what's on the roadmap for other AI stuff that you're...
So the biggest thing that people may not know about is the way that the AI can analyze the Google Street images.
Yeah.
So that's...
I just heard about it in there, which is cool.
Right. So it's 2 cents a property analyzed, but compared to the time and gas money that it takes to drive around, if you've got the money, it's very useful. You just want to filter out your list first to the properties that have over 600 square foot lot if you're an ADU strategy, and to properties that could work for your strategy. So that way you're not paying to analyze properties that wouldn't work for your strategy with your ADUs and splitting off the lots, etc.
Being a non-realtor, non-compete state, does DealMachine have any extra info that Zillow, Redfin, whatever, doesn't have?
We have a lot of info that Zillow and Redfin don't have. We have all the owners' net income, if they're a pet owner, if they're a veteran. We have what their credit history is, what their education level is. And so all that combined with their phone numbers and their emails, ways to contact them. And then the estimates on basically we have the estimate of what the property sold for, but it's not the exact price of what the property sold for. So hopefully that helps answer your question. There's a whole lot of other info that's not available on a Redfin or Zillow.
I've been using Propstream.
Okay.
Why would I switch?
Oh, okay. Well, what are you doing for your investing business? Are you doing wholesaling, trying to do ADUs?
So it's primarily rentals, but I also do creative financing, so rent to own and stuff like that.
Okay.
So looking at retiring landlords, etc.
And how are you reaching out to the properties that you find? Are you doing mail, door knocking, or calling?
So initially I was doing direct marketing and not succeeding really.
Okay.
So now I'm doing Facebook ads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm getting leads every 5 or so a day.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you use Propstream for?
Analysis of the property, details and mortgage balances, comps.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so the biggest difference isn't really anything that would affect your business because I haven't looked at their comps tool, but the biggest differentiator is the accuracy of our phone numbers and the ability to have those available without waiting 45 minutes to get a list of a few thousand homes.
Yeah.
Correct. So that would be the biggest difference that I would say would be a reason to use DealMachine instead is that accuracy.
Okay. Yeah, I heard immediately the unlimited skip tracing. I was like, I don't think that's true for Propstream. I think it's 50,000.
So as far as my understanding, when I checked it a month ago, they've got unlimited in order to try to compete,
with you.
but then they also have a paid. And so neither one is as good as what's included with ours based on the people that have switched over and really, but you wouldn't know unless you were making phone calls. So
Right. So I have 6 properties and I did it the old school way. I basically came up with my list and then I went to all the different places and scoped everything out. And it's just nice that you guys have a technology to kind of, get that all together where you don't have to get the initial list. My question is, can you do things by points of interest in the platform? Because for us, midterm renting is all about proximity to hospitals, universities, like you can get a lot if you're like by those landmarks and
Nice.
by those points of interest.
What are the
So
top 5 points of interest? And then I'll put them in the app for you. How you can filter by properties within 1 mile of hospitals or within 1 mile of schools or something. That would be cool.
That would be very cool.
What are the top 5?
I would say hospitals, universities. We have a lot of like people who are renovating or like they try before they buy tenants, and so like they want to be close to like schools. So I think proximity to even like a school.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do this, but like anybody, like big companies like a Tesla or something that they're building new plants, or Amazon, they're building constantly. When they do that, it requires a lot of housing.
Oh yeah.
So it'd be those types of things.
I love it. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll definitely put that in the app. Work on that. We're trying to become, well, we are becoming even more premium data focused. So some additional stuff that we're coming out with is data like that we can derive and then give easy access to somebody that wants to just pull a list of properties that are within a mile of a school or on a corner lot, for example, or a parcel of land that's not landlocked, right? If you're doing a vacant land, strategy. So I'm serious when I'm saying that. You're like,
I think it's
really?
great.
Thanks for listening to the DealMachine Real Estate Investing Podcast. Please leave us a review and follow along wherever you're listening to your podcast.